Isolation Nation, welcome to SDSC, the show. So many letters in the name of it that it's got all four that I just mentioned. I don't know. A lot of these episodes, it's hard to keep thinking of different intros. I'm Ben Gleib. And let's make some noise if y'all are here joining us in the Isolation Nation.
Woo! Yeah.
Okay, that was lackluster. One more time. Let's make some noise.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah, that was almost exactly the same, but mildly better. And speaking of mildly better, let me intro. I'm not. Are we? I don't know who to introduce. I
Bowers
came in just great, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome leg 2 or 3. Who knows? Of the
Who knows?
Tripod Eighth of the Quarantine, Chris Bauer.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Excited to see you, Ben. How was your week? How was your? You got out of the mud, huh? You got back from the.
I got out of the mud. I wore a Burning Man outfit to make everybody laugh in the opening, and no one laughed. And I wonder, is this just the new me now?
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't know if that was Burning Man. Or you still literally were just hadn't changed or showered yet. I didn't know if that was what was going on here.
I have done a little bit of changing and showering. I just don't really want to return to real life, and I want to stay in the playa as long as possible.
Sure. That's what it's called, the playa, when you're on drugs in mud, cuddle puddling. That's what it's called, the playa?
That's correct, the playa, baby. Don't hate the playa, hate the game. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how you doing?
Queen?
Arg. How
it's talk like a part. It's talk like a pirate day, right?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know what to say as a pirate, and I don't know how to say it.
That's kind of like you saying most things.
We thought every day was talk like a pirate day for Rachel. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. Jodie's at went to the chiropractor. Her back hurts, so hopefully she'll pop in here. May not have her camera on, but
did you say she went to the carburetor?
Yeah, she went to the carburetor, and now her back's all fucked up because carburetors haven't been around since the 70s. So that's what happens. She's an old car.
It's true. You were just on tour with Jeff Dye for a while, though, right?
I was in Dallas with Jeff Dye. So we're on Saturday afternoon. I'm texting Ben about something. He's like, "Well, how's it going?" And I just sent him a video of me and Jeff and Randy and like 4 hot girls at the pool. And he texts back and he goes, "What a terrible video. You started this way, and then Jeff's out of focus, not in the frame." I'm like, "Are you giving me fucking notes on a video I said just you, man? What the fuck is happening?"
I mean, it was the worst video. The video starts with Randy going, "You better not film this," and then it cuts to Jeff, and he's like scratching himself. It's like, this is the video.
Yeah, I wasn't putting it on Instagram. I was sending to you, and it was more just to show you the girls that were there. I didn't care what Randy and Jeff were doing. You think I was sending you?
Really see girls in that video? Was there girls in that video?
That's my problem. Is you're too focused on Jeff.
Are you now going to show it to the internet?
No, I'm just going to look at it again myself and see if there was indeed girls in this video that I just overlooked because I was so intent on giving notes. Let's see.
Yeah, that's probably what would happen. So,
oh wow, yeah, 4 girls. Did not notice that. Shit, look at that.
There you go.
This really tells you a lot about my fucking brain. There's 4 girls in a video. I really missed the forest for the trees, and I'm like, let me give you a specific minutia here about what
you're like. Your shot of Jeff. I'm like, Jeff. I didn't even know Jeff was in the video, man. I was sending you a picture of these 4 girls. I didn't know what you were doing. That's so funny. I got to show you this coat, guys. All right, so I got this new coat, right, at Buffalo Change. Check this thing out. So it's kind of cool. It's got a cool back. This is the back. Right, it's got this cool like back, right?
Oh, that's cool.
This dude is reversible.
Is it going to be reversible? Oh, no.
Reversible. Look at that shit.
Oh, that's
cool. Let me see the back.
And the back has got this like big titty lady on it, huh? Look at that.
Oh, that's a great jacket.
So during the day,
looks like medium titties, and she's kind of pushing them forward with her body.
Hey, let's not.
Are you noting my jacket titty? Are you
I'm not judging. I'm just saying. I don't know if I call her big titty lady.
Look, we don't all have the same standards that you do, Ben. We haven't lived in Hollywood as long as you. Some of it's in Indiana.
You guys want to see Kevin's titties?
I like little titties. Do. Don't get me wrong. I like little titties.
8.5% body fat.
Hey, there's a reason you married him.
There is.
Those arms and that. So anyway, so how was the rest of your weekend there, Ben? So I want to hear some stories from this Cuddle Puddle Burning Man. Like, give us the lowdown.
Yeah, and also, by the way, whatever you're wearing works. It's great. I love what you're wearing. It looks good, right now. Yeah.
I would cuddle with you. I would cuddle with you in that outfit. I would cuddle with you in that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Very soft.
How about now?
No, not now.
No, not
you
now.
can put it down. Now it looks like it's.
Now you look like a fighter. Like you're About to box in the ring.
Weighing in at less than he was 2 months ago.
I would watch you. I would watch you celebrity
never
box.
Steps down from a fight, but then always gets his ass kicked. It's Ben Gleib, everybody. That's a very bad combination. I never step down from a fight and then I just lose. It's really bad.
Yeah. No. Or an argument.
Burning Man was amazing. It was crazy. I'm sure you all obviously heard. It was flooded.
No, I've not heard of anything. I heard just that you were stuck. I don't know anything about Burning Man. I literally wanted you to take me day by day, like what this was like. What was the experience like? I'm
first, if you want to support the show, should we tell them?
Oh, yeah. You can send in tips and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. It's SDSCshow.com.
If you'd like to support the show, you can do so by tipping us any amount that you'd like, $5 or more tip on the Venmo or PayPal in the upper right of the screen. Or let me verbally tell you with the PayPal. Rachel will tell you the two accounts.
Yep.
Used to be Rock Hard, but now it's just RH Rachel. Is that what it is?
It is. Venmo is RH Rachel. And then PayPal is paypal.me/any/SDSC show.
Okay. Check that out. We're gonna have a meme contest at the end. We're gonna have a game today. We're gonna have a game. The game. Do you want to explain the game?
And if any comment you want read on the air, you can tip 5 or more, and then you get it read by Rachel probably incorrectly, and all of that stuff.
Send me your best pirate.
How about this? Any tip she will read in a pirate voice. In a pirate voice, she'll read it in a pirate voice if you send her tips. So try to. Or
they will as well. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Add you guys into this.
You're
Make her uncomfortable. That's how it works.
Really hard to think of R words on demand sometimes.
Yeah, no, I can't.
But I do enjoy eating at Arby's.
Ooh.
The game today, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people wonder what's the game today. And let me tell you, the game today is fall or autumn, a celebrity. So examples could be Olivia Munch on Tasty Leaves, or Drew. What was the Drew Barrymore one?
It was Fall Down the Berry. No, that's a different kind of fall.
It was Drew. There was a Drew
Cranberry-Moore.
Cranberry-Moore. That's what it was. Yes.
Drew Cranberry-Moore is so sorry she made us eat the pie too early, and she changed her mind, and now she wants us to not eat pie until everybody gets to eat a fair share of their own pie after being forced by society into saying that.
So she's not going to do her show anymore? That's what's happening?
Correct. She's now backed off, and the show
good.
Has
Bill Maher backed down, or is he still going to go ahead?
He probably doesn't back down from much. I bet he just makes up his mind stubbornly and sticks with it. I imagine.
Yeah. Wonder who else does that, Ben. I've never heard anybody like that.
No, Maher backed down.
Oh, he did too?
Oh.
We did?
Yes.
Good to know. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What about the Giants? Did the Giants back down, Nate? Well, that's a different thing. We'll get into that later. Sorry, my bad.
So Burning Man was incredible. It was really fun. The rains were intense. It just changed everything. All of a sudden, I woke up. So I went to bed after sunrise, after a daybreaker party on Friday. And at like 8 p.m., I wake up to it raining on me inside my ship pod.
Hold on, sir.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
So you went to bed probably around 7, 8 a.m. and slept 12 hours?
10 a.m.
Okay.
So good 8 hours. Solid 8 hours. That's what we call a Ben Gleib 8 hours. 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
That's 10 hours. That's 10 hours.
Yeah, I know. But
so slept those 10 hours and then woke up to it raining on me. My blanket was soaking wet. Thought I might have peed myself, but I don't think I did. And so I threw the blanket just onto the ground of my tent and went back to sleep. Closed my windows in my tent, went back to sleep, and woke up again at 2 a.m. Now about 15 hours into sleep, and there was a flood in my tent, mud and rain about 1.5 inches. My airbed was like almost floating, like in the thing. My e-bike battery was wet. My fridge and freezer was wet. AC was wet. Clothes were soaked. And
wait, you have a fridge and AC?
You're damn right.
And this, like, we're gonna go out in the wilderness and live in the mud. You literally have a tent with windows, a fridge, and AC, and an airbed. Okay, all right,
and a freezer,
and a freezer. What's in the freezer? Correct. Did you bring popsicles to Burning Man?
I brought full-on ice cream and 3 flavors, and ice cream sandwiches, and frozen peas and ice.
So not that little freezer that's in the mini fridge. You're saying you have a whole separate freezer just for. Okay. All right.
I bought a fridge freezer combo thing. It's pretty cool. It's here in my living room, but it turns itself off every few seconds. Every few seconds, it sounds like there's like a nuclear meltdown happening every like 45 seconds in the house. It goes. So I don't know if that's the way it's built, but yeah. And one of the 3 ice creams even survived and made it back to LA after melting. Then I had to go into an RV because it was flooded and it got refrozen, but that one hadn't been opened and it survived and I still eat it sometimes.
Oh, that's definitely not good for you.
Well, here's the thing. I'm more surprised it survived Ben Gleib than fucking mud and the fridge problem.
I'm a new me now, dog. I'm 22 pounds down. Well, 20. I gained 2 back, so I'm 20 down.
Okay.
But 4.2% body fat less in my body.
You're 4.2% less than when you were. You're not 4.2% body fat yet. No.
Fuck no, I'm at 21% body fat.
Oh, but you were at 25% fat.
I was
like 64% fat for a minute, but
you were not.
Probably. I think I was.
You said probably. You did not check. You weren't 64.
It's impossible.
I've never been to the doctor, but I'm assuming that when you weigh 280 pounds, I mean, I lost 100 pounds. It's not like I lost 100 pounds of muscle.
It's a strong point. There's an incredible scale you can get called a Renfo scale. It's like $20 on Amazon, and it comes with an app, and it just measures your body fat, your metabolic age, your BMI, everything in like 10 seconds. It's really cool.
So you weigh your BMI? That's gross. What do you take them out of the
toilet?
Ugh. It weighs your BMI?
What do you?
No.
Kevin goes to some van parked on the side of the road that has like a tub in it, and you go in the water and it weighs your.
That's the real way to do BMI, but it's a van. Does he come out? Is he like kind of quiet for the next 24 hours after he comes out of there?
He's real perky.
Is this the same van they use for jamming the van later for shows?
I think so.
It registers BMI, and after that,
it's also a mammogram van.
Mammogram. I had a mammogram van in college, but I didn't have any results.
Whoa, right. Mammalama. No, okay.
My God. Wait, so sorry. So I'm not successfully telling these stories here, but then I woke up at 2 a.m. It was flooded and my power was out to my fridge and freezer. Couldn't let the ice cream get ruined during the great floods. So I went out in the rain in the middle of the night, flipped all of the breakers in that section of my camp because I didn't know which breaker was mine, flipped them back on, got the freezer back on, went back to bed, woke up at 10 a.m. I slept for about 24 hours, Rachel.
So your entire Burning Man speech, all of this is your whole story is about how much you slept. That's the story you're telling us first?
No. So I just slept through most of the storm. Then it rained twice more, but then it was just flooded everywhere. It was a nightmare. You couldn't really walk. It was insane. Every step you'd take with your boots was like covered in mud. It would pick up like concrete, like a shitload of mud all around it, like a snowshoe. Each boot was probably like 30, 40 pounds each step. And that night, a lot of people were like heading out, walking out with trash bags over their legs and escaping. I just stayed and partied. And I did a second secret show. I was the first headliner ever to headline Burning Man before the floods. It was amazing. And then I did a second secret show at my camp, Robot Heart, that night. And then met some people, did a little DMT, and then bounced for the first time on a pen. It was DMT pen. Bounced. It wasn't even really that intense, but it was crazy for like 2-3 minutes. I was like, whoa, this feels weird.
Did it make you feel better the first time anybody ever headlined Burning Man, then God flooded the whole fucking place and almost destroyed everything?
I guess I made God wet.
Oh. Why do I still do
what
this?
You want, God? I'm 22 pounds down. I know you've been waiting on me. You hear that, Yahweh?
I regret everything I've said in the last
Thank you so much.
But and so then I walked. We walked all the way to
what is walked?
Bang. That's how I say walked sometimes.
Oh,
yeah, you walked around. Yeah, I get it.
We walked all the way to Bang Bang, which was like a half mile away. It took like an hour to get there. Every step through like dangerous sludge, like almost falling.
Dangerous sludge. Dangerous sludge. Is it dangerous?
That was one of the bands.
It was.
Dangerous Sludge played night 3. They were awesome. They did 2 encores.
I mean, people almost fell like constant. Like it was like wild sludge. But got to the location, climbed up on top of a shipping container above like hundreds of people dancing, and just had a blast of a time with my little group up there on top of that shipping container. Doing things I don't. It was great.
I think
And then went all the way
you've
back.
sanitized all of this. You're not telling us any of the good shit. I haven't heard any drug story. Oh, you took DMT pen. How much? Name all the drugs you did. What were all the drugs you did?
I wish this show wasn't broadcast. You know, I just did the DMT pen
I
for
know.
scientific experiment.
Sure.
And then, you know, on
How many-
separate times, separate days, maybe, you know, other things.
All right.
Ketamine. Look, I did a little ketamine. I'll say that. That's part of the Burning Man experience for a lot of people.
Okay. What's ketamine do for you? I've never tried ketamine.
I don't know. I was told
Seems fun.
subsequently that it's horse tranquilizer. I did not know that. I
Oh,
thought it
that's
was
exactly
just
what
like
it
normal.
is. But yeah.
But it just makes like the dancing vibe kind of fun. A lot of dancing goes on there. That was
Okay.
fun. Obviously, I had weed with me because I'm a weed guy. Not a lot of people at Burning Man smoke weed, but I found a couple, and I had a whole separate fanny pack with weed in it.
Okay.
How
So
many
that was cool.
how many days were you delayed that you couldn't get home because of the rain?
Just 2 extra days, but I was planning
Okay.
on decompressing in Tahoe anyway, which I then still did. I just cut it to 1 night instead of 2. But so I planned on leaving Monday and going to Tahoe through Wednesday, and instead I was home at like Friday morning. It was like an extra almost 2 days delayed. I loved it. There's no way that I could have left. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to leave because to me, the most amazing part about Burning Man is the temple burn. They built this beautiful temple and you can go and like honor your deceased loved ones. And I went and put a little shrine up there for my
Aw.
dad and his like old high school ID card and these sunflowers that represent him and a friend of a friend who passed and visited the temple a couple of times. It was very, very emotional. And then they burned the temple on the last night and I got to see that, and that was very emotional and powerful, and it was just incredible. But amazing people, amazing adventures with friends. I had my 2 friends, Emmy and Bea, got engaged, and we had a beautiful engagement party for them in Deep Playa. And then we went back to their camp and had dinner at Rogue Weirdos. And then they wanted, instead of wedding speeches from everybody, they wanted all their friends to give them lap dances. So we gave the 2 ladies lap dances, and that was fun.
Did they regret that immediately after they got the lap dance?
No,
Was
I
it-
killed it. I'd never given a lap dance before, and I think I really kind of crushed it. And everybody else did pretty good too. And then we went on a big bike group out through the playa down to try to find a dance party. And we're heading out. And by the way, part of our group was Colin O'Brady, my friend, who is the first person who ever solo unassisted crossed Antarctica, like trekked across all of Antarctica. And he was, you know, a major news story. He's like a supreme elite athlete. He's on a bunch of these challenges. And so I didn't want to let him down, you know, and all of a sudden my basket falls off my bike in the middle of the desert. We had to stop. It's like, you know, 10 p.m. And I'm like, everybody's like, stop, my basket fell. Held everybody up. Emmy's like, I'll just put it in my lap. Couldn't do it. After about 5 feet, she had to stop. So I MacGyver that shit. I had duct tape in my bag and I duct tape it around the crate on the holder on the back of my bike and made it go. And we went. Got to this dance party that had like fire on the ceiling and also had a basketball court in front of it for some reason. Apparently it was P. Diddy's camp. I only subsequently learned. And so I challenged Colin to a one-on-one game right after, you know, the Molly hit pretty good. And it was hard to dribble, and he beat me 5-2, but I got 2 points on an elite extreme athlete. And then I beat a girl after in basketball. So I feel pretty good about it.
So weed, DMT, ketamine,
All right.
and now some Molly. All right. It was a good time. I think I probably drank
all separate times, separate days,
76 beers with
responsible
Jeff.
with good come downs in between. You know,
Gross. I don't
not
wanna
the
hear about
same
that.
time.
Ugh.
We were not. What's that?
I don't want to hear about your come downs, man. I don't need to hear about that. That's gross.
Why do I share anything on the show? What's the benefit to me to share these stories?
You know what? I've been asking myself that for 3 years. I don't know what this is. You telling us stuff and us making fun of you. That's the whole fucking shtick of the show. Well, I'm glad you had fun, man. I'm glad you escaped. I was worried about you a little bit, but
It was amazing.
I really wasn't. I'm like, oh no, Ben's trapped with a bunch of fucking hot people and drugs. What will he possibly do?
I will tell this one last story. I've not shared this anywhere, but it's a moment that was just kind of magical and whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Let the chips fall where they may. But there was this amazing moment. There was this girl.
You and
that I
Sally
connected
Field
with.
were in the mud. Sally Field says, you know, Ben, I've always been upset that time Barbara Walters fucking interrupted us. Is that the story? No, sorry.
Kind of is the story. Let me just say, when I left my dalliance with Sally Field, her son was right outside of the room, and I took a towel to my face and I said, "Boy, your mother sure cares about your education."
He's on vacation.
Um,
Oh,
no, there was a magic moment that happened. I was actually wearing this. So I'm biking around with this in deep playa in the desert, and me and this lady got lost together and trying to find the daybreaker morning party. And I'm wearing this thing, and it's like bellowing behind me. It's a big long cape robe thing.
Sure.
And all of a sudden a whiteout hits, which is a insane dust storm. You can't even see 2 feet in front of you, and you have to just put your goggles on or your mask up and hunker down. This was like a very intense one, and we couldn't but continue driving our bikes. So we just put the bikes on the ground. She laid on the ground. I got on top of her. I covered us both with my cape.
Sure.
And so literally there was like a windstorm throwing dust and like light rocks basically on us, and just feel it all like hitting the side of the cape while I'm protecting both of us. And we just made out for like 15 minutes while we sat out this dust storm under my cape. It was fucking magic. It was so nice. It's not
is
something I'm
that
going
kind
to
of
see
like
again, I don't think.
what's that where that goes in and you just let it sit there? What's it called? The
Soaking.
Mormon- Is that kind of like what happened soaking instead of somebody else jumping on the bed? It was the rocks and the wind moving you guys.
What is soaking? What?
Bowers
I don't
gets
follow.
it.
Soaking is that thing Mormons do where they're not allowed to have sex, but you can put your penis in a girl as long as you don't move back and forth. It's the moving back and forth that's the sin. So they put and then teenagers they'll start to soak, and then their buddies will jump up down on the bed to make the motion, because you're not allowed to make your hips move. God doesn't like that, because you know how God likes loopholes. That's my favorite part about religion, is when we find the loophole, because we don't think God is going to go, "Yeah, I see what you're doing, dipshit." Okay.
We are just such a dumb species. It's
Right?
unbelievable. But I don't think it's at all like that, Rachel. But
It was called sand soaking. It's called sand soaking, where you just let the wind
soaking.
undulate you. That's
It
great.
was just a magical moment, and I would like somebody to acknowledge how magical that sounds.
Do you have pants on under this cape thing, or is this just you just wearing you look like are you just wearing a robe? Is this just you have
during the show?
I'm saying right now, are you wearing any or out in the sandstorm? Is this just you're wearing a cape and that's it, and your dangles are just dangling around?
I was wearing short shorts probably under this during the burn.
Gotcha. Now, short enough that it sticks out the bottom, or right before it does?
No. This thing goes down like almost.
Oh no, your shorts. Your shorts.
No, the shorts were short. They're like little 3 inches, 4 inches.
Yeah. So is it the head of your little guy stick out the bottom, or are they long enough to?
Bowers.
I just want to know where he for when I do short shorts, I make sure he's a half inch up there. Some people let it stick out the bottom. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't think it was sticking out anywhere.
Does the front row want to join us for this conversation?
Hey, why don't we do that?
I'm sure on that. No, they can't.
I didn't think the show would be more off the rails without Jodie, but I think it is. Honestly, I'm not.
I do too. I do too.
Let's introduce the front row. That sounds like a good idea. Molly, throw those people.
Right.
Let's see who's here. I'm excited.
Everybody, turn on your cameras.
VFR, please join.
They don't
party.
want to. They're like, nah, fuck this. We're not in this. We're
Good to see all of you. I really, for a minute, felt like it was just the 3 of us talking, and kind of forgot that there's a bunch of people here with us. And now I feel a little strange for some of those stories, but it's cool.
You can tell you good story. Hey,
Rochelle's
here.
Is here
What's
from
up?
Seattle, Washington.
How are you that tan from Seattle, Rochelle? I'm always confused by how tan. Seattle, the sun comes out once every 3 weeks, right? Like for an hour.
Yeah, I was born Mexican, so that.
Oh, so that's not a tan. That's an ethnicity. I get it. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. All
sometimes
right.
it just shows up more.
How's the weather in Seattle right now?
Today it's not that great, but it's been in the 80s for the last few weeks, so it's been really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's like straight up like apocalypse weather there in Seattle. That's
Never
unusual.
happens. Yeah.
I have a theory that actually the weather in Seattle is way better than people think it is, but Seattle people don't want anybody to move there. So they're always like, oh, the weather always sucks. It's always raining. People kill themselves. And you get there and you're like, this is awesome. Like, it never happens like this. I haven't seen that mountain in 6 months. You're like, I think you're lying to me. That's why I don't move here. I think that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, the only
worse.
thing
Even
also-
our rain is like car wash rain, so it's just little sprinkles. Like I haven't worn
Yeah, it's
a
true.
winter jacket in years.
All right.
That's really, that's interesting. And then when you are in the rare days of nice weather, is there a place to go to sunbathe? Is there a beach? Is you lay out in a
we
park? What do you
have
do?
beaches and lakes, and boating is huge here. We have all of the seasons, which is really fun.
Oh, surprising. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Speaking
all
of someone that is fun for all seasons, it's Nate Christensen, everybody.
Hey, Nate, what's up, buddy?
Our mateys, look at the treasure that I just recently came upon.
There we go.
Just noticed that. This was my birthday gift for Nate. If you want to show people, this is I gave him from my dad's office. It's baseball to Nate, all my best, always Don Mattingly, because they have the same name, and Nate bonded with my dad, Nate, my late great dad, cool. Nate. And there's to Nate Blake Griffin from the first episode of my podcast.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
I'm so glad it arrived, buddy.
Just came today.
I love that. That's awesome.
Did you open the mail I gave you yesterday yet, Ben? Did you look at that yet?
Yes, I would like to show that when we're done introducing the VFR. It's a pretty incredible thing that you guys made for me. I'd like to show that to everybody.
Randy's here. Randy's still in Steve's office, which is awesome. He's been trapped in the pandemic fucking 2020.
Someone's got to fill the space.
Long Meyer with the long wire. Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you too.
Pleasure, man.
Yeah, Steve moved out of that house. Steve, he's at Steve's house, and the one in Studio City that Steve moved out of like two years ago. He's still squatting in there, hiding behind the fucking bushes whenever the landlord comes.
Where the rent is still $98.98 a month.
Is that the number?
I love it.
That's about right.
That's the number. What up, Joel? Joel's here with us, everybody, coming to us from a subway station. Good to see you, Joel. What is that? That's an under construction airport.
Looks like it's it's from Vegas when they flooded.
Oh, when they flooded where? Just all of Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas just flooded too.
Flash flooding.
I saw that last week.
Flooding everywhere. I mean,
flooding
you need more proof climate change is happening, or just like floods happening in deserts and
all the hookers in Vegas realized that Ben was 22 pounds down, so they're all a little. If he makes God wet, he's definitely gonna make hookers wet. That's just not that's how it goes.
Hey Ben, I got a compliment on your T-shirt when I went to go see. I can't remember if it was either Kristen Key or Josh Wolf. I was wearing your Neurotic Gangster shirt, and they said, "Nice shirt."
Nice. Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
That's fun.
I like a little merch envy. I never mind a little merch envy.
Somebody out there recognized you, so
I love it. Very cool. And speaking of recognizable figures, I'm not talking about the cheat. I'm talking about Jack Dostile, everybody.
See, I just saw the ghost. I thought the cheat died. I'm like, oh no, did the cheat die and become a ghost? Oh,
that's the best I got for a pirate. Who's got an eye patch, which is just
better than all of us.
With no string
on.
on.
2020 mask.
Oh, the old mask. So Randy's in Steve's office. You still have a mask on. We're all living in the past. That's great.
Yeah.
So
that's not a ghost.
What is that?
That is.
Oh God, it's got a hole in the top of his head. That's gross. What do you do with that?
This is toilet.
I think you know what you do with that, Bowers.
I know. It's toilet what?
Toilet tea paper. He's a fairly big character on Instagram and a variety of other sites, but he's out there with you guys in California, so you might be able to go do things with toilet. How are you doing?
The best way to do puppeteering work, ventriloquist work, is to say the sentence, then hide your mouth behind it.
You know, I've been working on this. It's been a year of practice just to get to this point.
Now all you got to do is put that ghost toilet paper on a string and swing them around on a rope in your class, and it's going to be deja vu all bowling ball again.
He's got an arm. You can do it that way.
Explains physics in a very strange... It looks like fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's cushiony.
And speaking of letting people loose, it's Megan Loose. The loose is loose. Good to see you, Megan.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Now, this is a great example of background, because not just, you don't have glare, you have actually some action. A car just went by. This is nicely framed. It's only about a fourth of your frame. I digs it.
Yeah, we feel we can get the real feel of what it's like to be there. How's band life going? How's you guys are just like in between seasons, right? You're just kind of
yeah. We're gonna start. We already started planning for next year. So
cool. Any big surprises? Any big new things you're doing, or you just do the same thing over and over again? Just
it's mostly the same. We'll have a couple new shows. So.
All right. Cool. Well, Ben has a cape and a kazoo, so he's ready. If you ever need some celebrity a halftime show or something,
Come on down.
I got a cape. I don't. What's that?
But come on down. We'd love to have you.
I really appreciate that. It's not like I'm ready to audition at a moment's notice, but we're joined by downtown Lindsey Brown and her uterus.
Her pirate uterus. She has a pirate. Oh, now it's on her head. Okay, cool.
This show is on YouTube and Fallopian Tube. It's pretty exciting.
That's your best joke ever. I love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope that's not true, but thank you. Good to see you downtown. And we're joined for the very first time in the VFR by Queen Rachel, everybody.
Rachel.
Oh,
Rachel, great.
looking at all these tips coming in.
Oh,
Really, it's just one. Gus Walsh, for Ben's shorts.
there you go. There you go.
Thank you very much.
I think that was
get up for a second
to have you
and-
show off the shorts.
Oh, he wants to see the
Right
short
now, I'm
shorts.
Or
not
is that
wearing the
more
short
money?
shorts. Right now, I'm just wearing boxer briefs, and definitely has more than $5. But
Of course.
But I am going to get the amazing gift that you guys made for me really quickly. Hold on a second, little bubble. And here's Henry Horse, who's finally healed, by the way. He took his
Nice.
own sleeve off of his leg, and it was all healed. He was literally like, again, Forrest Gump, like when the shackles came off running through the hills, or maybe when Greg Kinnear ripped the cast off his arm so he could paint a nude Helen Hunt.
Did he take ketamine for his surgery?
Who, Henry?
Yeah, he's a horse. It's a horse tranquilizer.
You're
No?
on point.
Hilarious. How was your trip to the East Coast, Bowers? You were gone for a long time.
It was good. I mean, I've been, my August was awesome all through that, and then I leave tomorrow. I'm in Missouri and Ohio and Michigan next week speaking at schools. So my school stuff's really picked up. So I'm doing a lot of school stuff this year.
Bauer's success.
Yes, development, dog. All right, what you got there, Benny?
So last night I met Bowers out at a bar. It was the least exciting bar excursion for me in the history of my life. I didn't go in the bar. Bowers came out and handed me this package that that a lot of Mad Ones chipped in for, and I was finally able to get. And Marissa Mayrick made with her incredible skills. This thing I was so beyond touched. It's just to remember for my family, to remember my dad, and to have something to think of. It's insane. Look at this quilt she made. This
Very
LA
cool.
Dodgers quilt with Vin Scully Avenue, but wait till it's enormous. It goes and goes and goes and goes.
Oh, wow.
Wait till you see the back. Wait till you see the back of this thing. It's just completely heartbreakingly touching.
Oh, look at that. Very cool.
So, she's got a brand new Instagram at Marissa Mayrick. If you guys want to check out her quilting work, it's all for quilting and stuff. But thank you so very much to all of you guys for chipping in for this, and to Marissa for making this. It's just really, really, really touching. Thank you so
Very
much
cool.
for that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. I'm trying, Henry Bubba. I need to go back towards the camera. There you go. And that's that. So
Nice. Well, do we want to do? Are we going to do the clean sweeps? We keep forgetting to do that. We want to do that today.
Clean sweeps.
Oh yeah.
So basically, Greg Murphy has compiled a list of all the people that have won all the votes for all the games and all the everythings for this whole time, right? It's called clean sweeps. So now we're going to go through all the clean sweeps, and then we're going to vote on our favorite game entry that won all of us at the same time. Like, so how many are?
Yeah, that got clean. So it's going to be
There's
basically
26.
like the best game entry. There's
Yeah, so
26.
26.
Yeah. So who's voting on these?
Well, I would say me. How about that? Just me.
I think
No,
the three of us vote on
Our
what
favorite.
is our favorite, and whoever gets the most votes, if it gets one, wins.
Okay. So do you want me to read them?
Sure. And we might be able to
Okay.
laugh and say what we remember from it or whatever. Because some of these.
Okay. Cool.
Because what's crazy about this show, like I was just watching a clip today of the geography bee or whatever that Greg posted. I was just watching the beginning of it, and I have no memory of any of this. Like it's brand new. Like every time I'm like, I would say this, and then I say it, and I'm like, oh shit, all right, that's what I would have said. Or like Ben makes jokes, I don't remember. It's just we did it so much for so I don't. Is that your experience, Ben? Like when you watch these back, or if you ever do you remember every moment of it, or is it kind of all for me, I never remember what we said or did, and then I'm always surprised and happy.
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it. I don't remember
Yeah,
much of it.
I mean,
and
it's a blur
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
anyway,
blur,
so I've been
so-
we want these. This will be a little nostalgia. I like this too. All right, so let's roll.
Okay. So game number 1. And so this is in order as well. So this is from oldest to newest clean
Oh,
sweeps.
shit.
Okay.
All right.
So the game is, what is the worst thing that you have done to a spouse or significant other?
Okay.
Razor won by saying, I filled up a condom, I glued it shut, I stapled it to the back of my girlfriend's jacket, turned off the alarm so she hurried to work with a tail.
Okay. Condom tail. That's Joe. All right, that's number 1. All right.
Condom tail, that's number 1.
Condom tail.
Number
we'll call that
2. What is something that your parents told you when you were a kid that you believed, but now you know is bullshit?
one.
Planum won by saying, I started getting chubby when I was young. When I asked my parents about it, they told me I was probably pregnant. I spent the next 4 years waiting for the baby. And by the way, I'm a man.
Okay, pregnant man, number 2. All right. This is even before we had the game. That's how old these entries are. This is when we used to just go, hey, let's have a random question. We start. Okay.
Number 3, random question. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever had to buy in person? Jane Stewart won by saying, the night before a half marathon, my dog was sprayed by a skunk. My items that I had to buy were men's underwear to wear while cleaning her off, tomato juice, lube for the chafing, and caffeine packets.
That's like a regular order for me.
Yeah, that sounds like we call it. Ben
Excellent.
calls Costco and says, give me the Ben. And they just send it over in a truck.
Let's see. Number 4. What bands would play at Corona Palooza? Jeremy Day won by saying, the Spin Doctors, Palooza was a Trump rally with no social distancing.
Okay.
Mhm.
You think we were just hard up for game entries that day?
I don't know what's happening, but again, this is all
I didn't-
early. That was
I
like the
didn't
third
follow
game
that one
ever.
at all.
I don't remember
I
any of
didn't
these.
follow that one
I
at all.
didn't
The
either.
spin doctor because it was spinning the story. And
Well, remember,
Hey, we were-
again,
Oh,
yeah,
that probably was.
yeah, they were
what
spinning
it
the
was.
story, and it was all remember Trump had the thing at the White House, and they all got COVID, and we thought Trump was going to die for a second. That was kind of fun.
That was. Let's see. Number 5, ruin a city with one letter. Tam
Okay.
Brown won with Little Cock, Arkansas.
there we go. This is the kind of game
Now we're
entries we know
cooking.
and love. Come in.
There we go. All right, number 6, rhyme and replace Taylor's name. Matt Burnett won was when he's the most popular guy down on the docks, he's Slurp Sailor instead of Surf Taylor, right? So that was good.
Slurp Sailor, I like that one.
Penis a slogan.
Okay.
Jonathan S. won.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Pardon me, would you have any gray penis? Remember that one? Gray poupon.
Pardon me. Would you have any grape? I
I
actually
would
do
have
have
said
grape.
great.
I do actually have grape.
I would have
penis,
said
but
great
not-
cacan, maybe, but whatever.
I like gray
Are you
penis.
giving notes
Penis.
3 years later for someone who won all 5 of the fucking? Like, this is a clean sweep, Ben. It doesn't need notes.
It already won. Number 8, make a fruit or vegetable scarier. Jonathan S. won with Texas Coleslaw Massacre.
That's great.
Oh, it's great. 9, books that Rudy Giuliani and his team could have read before that press conference. Shannon Savage won Pussy Snatcher in the Rye. 10, what else can't Trump supporters accept? Frankie Berman, Trump supporters refuse to believe in Head and Shoulders shampoo.
What were the other entries that day? What were
That had to be-
possibly-
That had to have been a reference to a really funny joke we all made. And then say like that.
Yeah,
He didn't just
that-
come up with that out of the
yeah,
blue. And we
that-
all voted for it. That was like.
Didn't
literally-
we see like a fly or something in a hair? And I don't know. Okay.
I have no concept.
11,
I was pretty
balls-
drunk for most of these first year ones too. The whole first year I was pretty hammered every show. I didn't
I
quit
had
drinking.
COVID for the first 3 months, and then I don't know. I was probably stoned
You
for
had
a lot of them.
You had a blood clot. There's a bunch of shit going on these days. All
All
right.
right, number 11, Balls a Song. Anna Hood won with Carly Simon's You're So Veiny. 12. Make a celebrity mad. Shannon Savage was Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, who did the You're So Veiny?
Anna Hood.
Nice, okay.
13. Pick up lines for or from superheroes. JP Sleepy Bear had I am Groot. All right. Make a book older. Dizzy by Nature had Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret. I'm ready.
God damn.
That's dark and good. I like that one.
15. Bug a movie. Stephen Val had Thelma and Lyme disease.
That's good.
16. Hillbilly pickup lines. Ralph won by want to come over to my place, or I could drive my place to you.
What was the topic on that?
Hillbilly pickup line.
Hillbilly pickup lines.
Oh, that's
gonna
pretty
drive
good.
his house to you.
17. Game a TV show. Ray Benjamin won with Dexter's People Puzzle.
Oh, God. Shut up, Ray.
Ooh, yikes.
Gotta say that
Oh,
one.
Ray.
I mean, I get it. You're cutting people up into pieces, then you got to piece them
Put
back.
them back. Yeah,
together.
you got to piece them back together. And that is Dexter. Yeah,
I do get it.
Good. I mean,
18. Texas, a movie. Jonathan S. won with Fetus Remover's Day Off.
Wow. Who was that?
Jonathan S.
And the topic was fetus a movie?
Texas,
Or no, Texas a movie. Oh my God. That's really good. It's got commentary. It's a good play on words. We got Wonderful Wizard approved on that.
Number 19. Dessert pickup lines. Ron Gould was How'd you like to be my sorbet?
Dessert pickup lines? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I was pretty sure it was going to be desert
lines.
pickup lines, but that she'd read it wrong. But
Nope.
that you'd like
Nope.
We
sorbet.
totally got to do pickup lines for a future game. That's a fun one.
20. Anniversary, a movie. Molly won with Mike Pence, Oh Mother, Where Art Thou? 21. Dude, a TV show. Alejandra won with My Little Brony.
Nice.
What would do
All
in a
right.
TV show? Where was that? Where was going on? We decided that was the game. How funny is that? Where did dude come from? All right, that's funny.
I'm assuming that was one that I maybe texted some notes back and you guys said, we got to move on, Ben.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know this next one. 22. Penis, a video game.
Okay.
Ron Gould won with Pubert.
Oh shit!
What is that?
Pubert's a game, and pubes are a thing that people used to have in the 90s.
I understand. Okay. I must have been absent that day, and that's
Well,
23.
also, real quick, Rach, who did
Yeah.
want to be my sorbet? Who wrote that?
That one's Ron Gould.
Got it.
23. The worst song that you can play at your wedding.
Oh, God.
Molly had Tipping My Hat to Bowers. Oops, I did it again.
That's good.
Let's see. 24. Pun off second round topic. Bowers. What? It just says what would be the worst bands to tour together, but it doesn't give the answer. Okay, never mind.
Well, that was Fall Out
20
Boy and Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton Fall Out
Oh,
Boy.
that's what it was.
But that was
Yeah.
early
Oh.
on. That's my
That was
favorite
very
one.
That
good.
one was
Yeah.
so well written and just felt
Yep.
too low. It's too soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was intense.
It's still my example when I explain to people what the game is. That's still the one I use. Right? We did two bad bands of tour together. Eric Clapton and Fall Out Boy. I will never not laugh at that. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
All right, two more.
It's
Let's
not
see.
a
Number
good one.
25. Bowers or Gleib, a book, TV show, or movie?
Okay.
Abby Wright won with 1001 Nights, none of them with Sally Field. And the last one.
Yo, son, your mother sure cares about your education.
What movie was that off of?
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
I
When the
forced
principal fucked Sally Field so that he
would have to go to special
kick
school.
Forrest Gump out of school.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Have you ever
that
been on a
now.
real big boat? No. Have you ever been on a real shrimp boat? No, but I've been on a real big boat. All right, let's keep going. What's the last one?
Last one. Severe weather, a celebrity. Gus Walsh won with Benjamin Gleiberman goes to a strip club and makes it rain.
All right.
All right, those are all of them.
Oh God, those are really good.
Really good.
all
That
of
was
them.
fun. That was a lot of fun.
Let's see. Pardon me, I mean, Great Penis was funny. Pussy Snatcher in the Rye. You're So Veiny, I like. Jesus, if I could cry. I Am Groot was really funny. Thelma and Lyme Disease. To me, second place is How'd You Like to Be My Sorbet? A dessert pickup line. That was really good. But I'm going to give it to Pubert. I love this.
Well, I can tell you that today's not going to be a clean sweep. Keep going. All right.
Pubert's my vote. Rach, what's your vote?
Let Ben go next.
All right. Betty, what's your vote?
I believe that Rachel should go next.
We're all gonna have our different ones. All right. I loved so many of these. I think I'm gonna give it to Ron Gould, dessert pickup lines. How'd you like to be my sorbet?
That was my second, so that makes sense. All right, that's good.
Yep.
Benny.
I'm really torn between two. I mean, I love Texas Coal Sub Massacre from Jonathan S. I loved You're So Veiny from Anna. I loved Jesus Fucking Christ from Shannon Savage. I loved Thelma and Lyme Disease from Stephen Val. But it's between two for me, between Jonathan S. Texas, a Movie, Fetus Remover's Day Off. So good. But just for the extra perfect pun vibe of it, and it made me laugh even harder, Ron Gould with Wanna Be My Sorbet for dessert pickup lines. Just incredible. So that's the winner.
Congratulations.
Nice. All right. That
That is the winner. Ron
two
Gould
first and a second. Nice job.
wins the greatest entry of all time on SDSC. That is incredible.
That is a
And if Ron is around and someone can tell Ron he's welcome to win what prize does he get for this?
So I'll send him a link to the Patreon that our Patreon hang is next week on Monday, the 25th at 3:00.
Cool.
25th.
Let's see. We did have some comments come in, some tips. So we've got, let's see. Winkleplex tipped the show and just said, I just want to say hi.
Winks. I had some fun with Winks.
Yeah, you hung out with her in Tahoe, right?
Hung out with her in Tahoe. It was a great time.
Cool.
Frankie Berman said, I can explain the Trump joke. It's because they're literally dirty and don't have good hygiene. You don't say?
I like how you did that subtly. I like how that was
Make
subtle.
America bathe again. A Burning Man story.
All right.
That's it. We're caught up.
Cool. Do we want to play our game?
Yeah, sure.
Got some time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've got good ones. I got some good ones today on the game. I got my last one I'm very happy about. But all right. So if you want to play the game, it is what? It's fall a celebrity, fall or autumn a celebrity. So the video from we get 2 free entries, obviously. So raise those virtual hands. We'll come call on you if anybody in the YouTube wants to throw yet. Are there any unpaid ones, Rach? Did you see any?
Yeah, there are a couple unpaid ones. So one that I like is, let's see. Dizzy by Nature had Drake the Leaves.
That's good.
That's a good one. I liked Greg Murphy's Lucille football.
Okay.
And then there was one. Michael Carmody had Christina Caramel Applegate.
Oh, nice. I like that. Hey, by the way, thanks, Greg Murphy, for putting that Queen Sleep thing together. That was fun.
Seriously.
And, being our historian has been very cool. I really like the fact that, anytime I have any, like, I'll be talking to somebody like, oh, we had an episode where we talked about it. I literally will send Greg Murphy an email and I'll go, or a message. And I'll go, hey, what episode was the one where we talked about it? And he's like, and he just sends me the thing. It's like, somehow he just has this, it's just always helps me. So I appreciate that.
It is really, really cool. It is. I'm someone who really likes stats. I got that from my dad and love to know, like you said, these shows are a blur for us. It's so cool to be able to be reminded of some of these things. So it's not all falling to the ether. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'd like Greg Murphy in my life because I've always said, like, when I die, I don't care whether I go to heaven or not. What I'd like is right before they click us off, I just want a complete accounting of my life. How many Coors Lights did I drink? How many miles did I drive? What's my lifetime tip percentage? How many chicken nuggets did I have? Like, how cool would that be? Just to know all that shit. You made out with this many people. You fucking, whatever, just all the stuff. You just get all your stats.
I mean, here's what's incredible about you, Bowers, is that before you did that list, you just said you wanted an accounting of your life. I was about to jump in and make fun of you by saying, but your stats would be like, how many beers did you drink? How many that on your own?
That's really all I want to know, man. I just want to know, like, how many times did I drive through Columbus, Ohio? Like, oh, you drove through 132 times. Okay, thank you. That's the kind of shit I want to know. Like, how many times I do this? That's just the total number of weights, the pounds I ever lost. If you add up all the times I've lost weight, like how much weight did I lose over the course of my life at some point, or gain? That's the other side of that.
Hilarious. All right, so if you're in the video front row and you want to play the game, raise a hand. Let's see who's first. I think I see Jack.
Aha.
Up, Jackie.
All right. Hey, well, let me think about this. Don't usually go first, so I gotta come up with something here. You got to know wrestling a little bit for this one. It's going to be a little bit strange, but you got Scott Frankensteiner, a.k.a. Big Papa Pumpkin. And the only other one I got is Vivica Equinox.
Ooh.
All right.
I like that. Okay. Kira. Good. I like that.
Kia. I only have one because this was a very spur of the moment. Ben Gleib's on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
He is.
I like
Randy.
All right, I've got Adam Mudler because the sand turned to mud.
Nice.
And Timothy Chalamet was 4 months ago.
All right, anybody else in the front row want to do theirs? Okay, here's some more. We had Cynthia Cresswell, Dave Chappell Cider.
Oh,
Is that a Chappelle?
Yeah,
Chappelle Cider.
Yeah.
Cynthia Cresswell, Martin Low rents on beach condos.
I like that. I like that.
All right, Cynthia
it?
also. Nope. Autumn Celebrity. Such a barren cornfield. Such a barren cornfield.
Such a barren cornfield.
Very clever.
Whoa. Who
Very
did
stretchy. Cynthia Cresswell.
Wow.
that? Damn.
And those are all of them.
All right. Well, I really liked. Ooh, God, these are good. Vivica Equinox is good, but Jack. Ben Gleib's on the ground from Kiro's good. Sasha Baron Cornfield was really fucking good, but I really liked Timothy Chalamet was 4 months ago from Randy. That was that. I think I'm gonna give it to Timothy Chalamet was 4 months ago, but Sasha Baron Cornfield is really fucking good. God, that's a tough one. Those are both really good.
It's a tough one, dude.
I'm going Timothy, then Sasha's my first and second. Benny.
Then which one are you choosing? Timothy first?
Yeah, I'm going with Timothy May. The May was 4 months ago first. That's the one I vote for.
I mean, those are the same two for me, and it was so good and it's simple and it hits you funny, but from Punderful Wizard standards, I feel like just the incredible multi-part pun of such a barren cornfield, I gotta give it to Cynthia Cresswell.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Rach, break the tie, or if you have
mine were the exact same too. I'm giving it. I loved yours, Randy,
right.
too.
Do what's right. It's
Cynthia Cresswell. Shuts up Baker and Cornfield.
Sasha Baron Cornfield. Nice.
Congratulations, Cynthia.
Wow, Cynthia, you are the champion of the monthly SDSC mega show, and you have won something, right?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to the Patreon hang for
link
next
to the
week.
Patreon hang. Absolutely, it's a prize so great. I don't remember what it is, and announce it after in an anticlimactic manner.
How many do you guys have?
Don't say those words out loud, Ben. Those are the words you shouldn't say out loud. But I agree with you. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9.
Ben,
I've got just 1.
I've got 5 that ChatGPT wrote for me.
Oh wow! God, I hate
So
that
I'm gonna.
That's a thing now. I hate that.
It is. Let's hear
it's
them
coming,
out.
man. Embrace it and figure it out. You can hate it all you want, but you're a fucking restaurant owner that doesn't think COVID's real. Fucking, it's coming. It's coming.
Anything that
got to adapt.
Anything that makes Rachel funny, though, I don't like it.
You don't know if it's funny or not.
All right, what's yours? What's yours, Ben? What's yours, Ben? Unless you think it's so good, we should go last with it.
Oh, it's not very good.
Right.
Mine is Arnold Schwarzenegger to go outside with you because it's nice and crispy out there now.
Okay, I'm glad we didn't go with that one last. Rach, what are your fun ChatGPT? Let's see if ChatGPT is funnier than Ben. That's
It is. How about Scarlet Leaf Johansson? I don't know. That one's not great. Pumpkin Spice Latte Gaga.
Okay,
Lady Gaga.
Lady Latte. I get it to him. I'll give the computer that one a little bit.
Hayride Witherspoon.
No, I don't give that one either. I don't think it understands what puns are.
Hayride Witherspoon.
A playful combination of actress Reese Witherspoon's last name and the popular fall activity, a hayride.
Yeah, they don't understand how to make it a play on words. They don't know how to make it rhyme. That is hilarious. The computer doesn't know yet. It's just these are all.
Hold on, there's one last one. Edgar Allan Poe.
Pumpkin?
Edward Allan Pumpkin? Edward Allan Pumpkin is the fucking.
Did it say pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Edgar Allan Pokin
It says blending the name of renowned writer Edgar Allan Poe with a pumpkin, a symbol often associated with autumn and Halloween. And I said, make the rhymes. I said, make the examples rhyme.
The Rachel Nevermore.
What did it say after you said make it rhyme?
I said, make it rhyme. I said Edgar Allan Poe glow.
Oh, glow.
We have nothing to worry about, Ben. ChatGPT is not.
You think this is funnier than me, Rachel? You think this is funnier
No,
than me?
it's not. I think the whole experience is funnier, but not the specific joke.
It's just hilarious. So dumb. All right, I'm done.
Okay, I've got Daniel Daylight Savings Time ends. Lewis.
Oh.
I've got Halloween Sparks. I've got September Sanders. I've got Stone Shit It's Cold Steve Austin. I've got Harvesty Keitel.
Oh.
Corn Maisie Gray.
Oh.
This is a Midwest comic, but it's Hayride Banks with his song about toast. Lisa Vanderpumpkin.
Oh, that's a good one.
And my favorite of all time, maybe the best game I've ever written is Cardigan B.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one. Oh, all right.
I woke up from a dead sleep this morning to write Cardigan B into my phone. I've been laughing since the show. I'm like, Cardigan B. I'm gonna start calling her that. Oh, by the way, the Washington Commanders used to be the Washington Redskins. Everybody called them the Skins. So now because we think the Commanders' name is stupid, we're calling them the Manders. So if we want to make that stick, just go Manders. It's pretty funny. And then
I also have one more for you, Chris Blowers.
But that's every season, Ben. That's every season. That's not just.
Oh, Berman had a late entry come through.
What's
it's Candy Courtney Love. Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. Don't call her a corn. That's just not mean. Calling her a corn is just. I mean, sure, she killed her husband, but still, she's not a corn. That's a mean thing to say to somebody.
Gray, thank you for supporting the show. He said general loves to you all.
Thank you.
I guess Bowers away, you should have just undone that joke and just said, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because that was one of their songs. Yeah.
And because if you were swimming naked in a pool, it would look like you had a baby penis.
That is true. What was that Edgar Allan Poe ChatGPT joke? Nevermore? Okay. Edgar Allan Pumpkin.
Pokin. All right. Memes. Last chance to send the memes. We do have, I think, a couple came in. So let's see. Mal, can you share that?
Timothy Chalamet was 4 months ago. It's goddamn funny.
All right. So starting us off. I think I did great. Ben?
He had a strip club? He's a lap dance. He's giving lap dances. That's what it's called. He did a great job on the lap dance. Is that a Gus? That's probably a Gus. All right.
Want to see my pubert?
I like that one.
Get it. Burning Man is better with frozen goods and air conditioning. Change my mind.
That's just a straight fact.
All right, those are all of them.
All right. Pubert was funny, but I got to go with the Burning Man's better with ice cream and air conditioning. Change my mind. That is it. That's the one I'm voting for. That was good. Benny?
That's my vote as well.
Mine too. Let's see who that is. Congratulations, Jack.
Yay, Jack wins. Jack is coming to the Patreon hang.
Well done, Jack.
We have to tell Jodie that show's 20 minutes shorter when she's not on it. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's hilarious. All right, you guys want to give some plugs?
Yeah. I don't think I have anything going on. I'm speaking of stuff around the Midwest. I might be going to Dr. Grins with Jeff Dye, but I don't have that on the books yet. I'll let you know. Other than that, check out my Patreon and follow me on Instagram and all that shit. Yeah, Ben, what you got?
A couple things. My last post, the Telethon for America highlights on my Instagram just died on the vine. I believe I am being again shadow banned. I have some violation posts. I'm not feeding my shit to anybody. So if you feel like go to my Instagram and just leaving a comment and a like on my last reel there, the Telethon one, that'd be nice. I'll engage right back. We'll try to get myself out of jail. 3 stand comedy clips a week on my socials. And the next Gleib Off the Top, very, very crazily, October 28th, in just a little bit over a month and 10 days or so, is the 4th annual Gleib Off the Top Halloween Spectacular. 4th fucking annual. I don't know how that's even possible. I feel very conflicted about that, but also excited. So please get a ticket for that and come join me. And also somehow I'm a serious news anchor still. So check out the Young Turks before they realize
serious nude anchor. Is that what you just said?
I'm a serious nude anchor. Correct. So yeah, check that out. And that's about all I got to say. Yeah.
I'd like to plug. So if you're in the Midwest, driving distance to Louisville, go see Learn More. He is headlining Laugh Louisville this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I'll put the link in the YouTube chat and in the regular chat. So go check him out. And then also wanted me to plug, so SCAF, so Steel City, September is their annual fundraiser. Anyone that donates $42 or more is in that 42 club, gets their name on a giant canvas. That's for the nonprofit. I'll put that link in the chat as well if you want to donate to Steel City.
Cool.
And
I would like to know if our names ended up on that plaque.
I didn't give him any money, so
I did.
I didn't.
I did.
Then yeah, your name's on there.
All right.
I
Cool.
meant to several times, but
because I didn't reply to the email. I didn't see the email asking what I wanted the name to be on the thing. And I replied like 6 months too late, and I didn't get a response. So who knows?
Oh, I told him to put my name on it in lieu of you. So it says Chris Bauer and Gleib underneath.
Lou would be a good name for you, Lou Bowers.
Oh.
The MC all weekend kept calling me Nick Bowers on stage, and I didn't correct him because I didn't care. So because everybody calls me Bowers, he's like, because you could tell he forgot like the one show, and he went, "Come on, Nick Bowers." He said Bowers are allowed to kind of mumble my first name, and I didn't correct him. So the next time he was real confident. He's like, "Nick Bowers."
Nick is a better, like Lou, you kind of look like a Lou, but Nick is like an upgrade for you. Like Nick Bowers, it might be a great stage name for you.
Yeah, all right. I'll think about
Nick Bowers. Sounds like a superhero name or some shit.
Yeah, it could be an alter ego. I'm Nick Bowers. I take my glasses off and I'm super weird or whatever. I don't know. It'd be. I don't know what it'd be, but something. All right, are we done? Is this it?
This is it. How do we end this? How do we end the show?
Like, Ben, you ever get drunk so many days in a row that you lay down sober and you can't remember how to go to sleep? You ever do that? Where you're like, how do I do this sober? I haven't not passed out in a minute.
Well, I have a similar thing. Is I just can't. Whenever I need to sleep, I can't sleep. Like I sleep so easy, but when I need to sleep for a big day the next day, my body just doesn't function normally anymore. I'm like, do you sleep on your hand? Like, what do I do with my hand? All of a sudden, I'm like blinking on the pillow. Like I feel my eyelash. I feel like a pulse in my temple on the fucking side of the bed. I'm like, I don't usually feel my own pulse. How does this happen? Like your body just doesn't fit at all in any normal way.
Jack, why are you so close to the camera?
Oh, sorry.
Back up, bro.
I
just saw him creeping closer.
Tell me how you sleep, man. I want to hear about it. All right, well, bye.
Awesome. Thanks for supporting the show, everybody.
You guys are awesome. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Next month, whatever.
Goodbye.
Take care, all.
Bye.